All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. They've got Draymond Green. Stephen Curry is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Santos in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, Jake LaRavia is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Tim, when you look at the makeup of these rosters, what similarities do you see with these teams?
Well, I think the number one thing they have in common is experience. Both of these teams with a handful of veterans. Something I think at times is undervalued in today's NBA.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Off the mark there with a 3. Kennard on the wing. LaRavia outside. Pass to Smart. James outside. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Once James gets the ball in close, it's game over. Put up those 2 points.
And here's Curry. Pass to Porzingis. Over Ayton. And it falls all over the rim and in.
And after adding 16 pounds of muscle during the 2019 offseason, Porzingis handles contact so much better. Great finish inside.
The shot by James, no good. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Warriors. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
I actually thought their execution at times was excellent, but they failed to come through in those important moments.
Well, it's difficult to win in this league, period, but it's especially tough on the road.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. On the topic of Curry, Coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. We'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Brian, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Melton, following the 3-pointer by Los Angeles. Pass to Santos. Now here's Porzingis. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Inside. And Ayton gets it to go.
Well, the defense has to do a better job pushing DeAndre Ayton farther out on the floor, because you can see right there, even with good defense, he's going to light you up inside.
Now here's Curry, a reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Tim, it was pretty unique to hear the Warriors vets say they don't want a team to mortgage the future trying to chase one more ring.
Really shows you the selflessness of this group. Here you've got Steph Curry, a top 10 player in league history, who maybe would want one because there's no time like the present.
Thinking more like a GM than he is a star player.
Smart, keep that cupboard stocked.
Now here's Smart. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And he banks in the layup. Smart has got 5.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Melton passes to Curry. Launches it from deep. James with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
To the wing, right side. Here's Ayton. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. And it's LaRavia missing. Curry against Kennard. Curry passes to Melton. Curry with it. 11 points for him last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, that is just high-level IQ by Curry. He understood the shot clock is running low, and more importantly, how to take advantage of that.
Kennard can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Green, the pass to Curry. Porzingis sets a screen. Curry with another miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Now here's Ayton. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. 5 to shoot. Here's James. The Lakers with another miss.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Here's Porzingis. Hey, it's Porzingis slamming it home.
A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected cam? The Lakers trail. Now James. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. To the paint. Oh, and a dunk by Ayton.
Man, oh man, look at the agility for a guy that size. DeAndre, throw it down. I love it.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Outside Porzingis. Pass to Santos. Here's Curry. 4-3. Hits the trifecta. Curry's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, at this point, we're shocked if Steph even misses one of those.
James inside, working on Green. And that one's good. James.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Melton outside. From deep. The Lakers with a rebound.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Here's Laravia. That one off the back iron and out.
And normally, that's an easy 2 for him. I'm surprised he missed that one.
Pass to Santos. Back to Curry. Curry with another miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. And here's Ayton. He's covered by Curry. Out to James. Just 5 to shoot. Ayton passes to Laravia. There's the triple. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. And Tim, last season, Draymond Green adding a Hustle Player of the Year award to his Hall of Fame resume.
Yeah, and B.A., that's an award every young player should aspire to have. But I know for Draymond Green, he was hoping to get his second Defensive Player of the Year award.
The Warriors leading. Curry looking it over. Fires the 3. That won't go either for Curry.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Kennard finds James. And in 7 attempts, he's drained 3.
What a force at the rim. This is playing to your strengths.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Last time they met was in the Bay Area.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Hachimura's checked in for Smart, and it's Smith in for Kennard. Payton's checked in for the Warriors. Pajimski comes in for Melton. Pass to Payton. On the wing, Green, covered by Smith. To in the cold spell. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Now, here is James, guarded by Payton. James passes to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton!
Yeah, that's just raw power that time by Ayton. Did not allow the defense to slow him down at the rim.
Pass to Pajemski. Puts up a 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Laravia. To the middle. And Ayton, throw it down!
My Lord, the agility on that size. Ayton's on another level.
Warriors trail by 5. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Pajemski. Green, a screen. Buries it from 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there. Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Fires it. And that one's good. Green. Green's got his 3rd bucket of the night. 1:49 left to play in the first. James deciding where to go with it. To the right side. Smith right side. Back to James. And the 3-pointer goes. James has got 9.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Outside Curry. Outside Porzingis. Shoots over Ayton. Porzingis misses.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. LeBron wants his respect. He said the work that goes into still playing at this level has to be respected. They say, would you rather be loved or respected? For me, it's always about respect. People can lie and say they love you, but you can always gauge when someone is not respecting you. Back over to you guys.
He's earned it. Allie, thank you. And the Lakers with possession here, following the score by Golden State and the basket by Hachimura.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Outside Payton. There's 31 seconds left in the first. Here's Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 7.
And if you give Steph any daylight, he is going to make you pay.
Pass to Ayton. James outside. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. Back to James. The 3 is up. And Los Angeles, another 3.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers ahead, leading by 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
And clearly they have been using the three-point line to their advantage, looking for that shot early and often.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. We've got Brandon Pajemski. Gary Payton II is out there with Quentin Post. And it's Spencer in a shooting guard. Down low. Here's Pajemski. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Podziemski's got 7.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Here's Bufkin. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to post. Outside Payton. Now here's Podziemski. Back to Payton for 3. And the foul called on Brandon Podziemski. That's his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles making a change here. Los Angeles leading by 6. Well, Grant, the Lakers captured the 3 seed last season, but only the 8th best point differential in the West. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they overachieved in the regular season, but a team this star-studded has postseason aspirations as well. That's where they'll look to improve.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And that one's good. Spencer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
From outside the arc. The Warriors pull it in. He's checked by Kleba. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. The shot by Podziemski, no good. The Lakers in the lead. To the inside, Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. Taking a look at the Lakers, they've been grinding out enough wins to place 4th in the conference right now. And of course, there's the Warriors. Quite a bit of space between these two.
When I look at the Lakers, they've established themselves as a legit team this year. But you can tell they want to get higher up in the standings if possible, and specifically securing home court advantage for the first round.
Here's Curry. Here's Melton. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. That's 12 points for Stephen Curry. The Lakers lead by 6. And here's Hachimura. He's got 7. James outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Smart for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 5 assists in the game. Warriors trail by 9. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And stolen by Hayes. And here comes the break. Shot's good by James. James has got 14 points.
Yeah, the assertive approach from LeBron is really paying off in this one. He is driving this offense.
Outside Payton. Back to Curry. Launches it. Curry splashing one down from 3.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
James outside. Back to Kennard. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Outside Payton. Outside Curry. 5 on the clock. From deep, Melton. And the Warriors with another three.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
Los Angeles leading by 5. James outside. Fires the three. Oh, LeBron buries a three.
The response from the king still has that competitive fire.
Here's Curry. He's got 15. On the wing, Curry from deep. Fires in the triple. Curry's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Larabia's checked in for Hachimura. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Payton. Here's James. He's got 17. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Kennard outside. Here's the three. Hauled in by Curry. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 2. Pass to Podziemski. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Green against Kennard. Here's James. Kicks it out to Smart. Fires the three. Clock at 6. There's the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Smart. Puts up a deep three. Kennard with the rebound. The Lakers have gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
Aiden, he's checked in for Hayes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Warriors. Outside, Green. Outside Curry. Lets a floater go from deep. Melton. Kennard with the rebound. And for the Lakers, they're shooting really well here in the second quarter. 54%. Pass to Laravia. Back to James to end the drought. Ayton controls the rebound and the putback. Ayton's got 10.
Yeah, that is just great effort by Ayton on the offensive glass. He did not give up on that possession.
James against Green. Here's Curry. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Back to James. Fires from the wing. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. James has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
Takes a step back. Here's Curry. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. Curry's got 22.
And that is exactly why Curry is must-see TV.
Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands.
The Warriors trailing. Porzingis with a screen on Ayton. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
Great body control by Porzingis. He sets a good pick and then rolls right into a scoring position.
James with the ball. 19 points in the game. Pass to Kennard. LaRavia, right side. Ayton passes to LaRavia. Kennard for three. Santos pulls it in. Santos has got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Curry. And here's Melton. Green, a screen. Melton against Smart. Golden State needs to get off a shot. They now take the lead. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
And another bucket for him. What a quarter he has had.
Smart passes to LaRavia. James against Green. It's James on the wing. Taking command on offense when they need it. Putting up 21 a game. They grab their own miss. And Ayton with the stuff.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Melton finds Curry. Puts up a deep three. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. And it's James inside. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Right wing. The three from Curry. Knocks it down from distance. Curry's got 28.
Well, if there's one guy in this league, you better run off the three-point line. It's Curry.
Ayton, the screen on Green. Pass to Ayton. Soft touch off the glass. Ayton's got 14 points for the game.
Well, you just need to get Ayton the ball inside. He'll do the rest. He knows how to go to work in there.
Porzingis in the post. He's covered by Ayton. Porzingis misses.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Now here's LaRavia. No points yet. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Pass to Kennard. From outside the arc. Knocks down the long J. Now it's a 3-point Laker lead.
And Smart has always been a good passer, but in recent years, he's really honed in on his playmaking abilities.
Now Curry. With the floater from deep, Melton. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Los Angeles up by 3. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce.
I'm here with Coach JJ Redick. What do your guys need to do to pull off this win?
Just continue to emphasize being organized, both offensively and defensively. We've been in the half-court or in transition, and we've been organized. We've done a really nice job, and overall, our guys fought.
I know you'll keep them organized. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
You take a look at the Lakers. They haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
He came in on a mission. He's destroying people, even when they run 2 at him.
They could have run 5 at him, Shaq, and he'd still be knocking it down.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Nothing in this league more difficult to defend than a well-timed weak side cut.
The Lakers lead by 3. Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Jake LaRavia. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Ayton in at center, filling out the middle. That's the group for J.J. Redick getting going here in the second half.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside, Green. Here's Santos. Off target from outside. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting about 60% for the game. He gets it in there. James has got 25 points in the game.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
Kennard outside. Back to James. Shot clock at 5. Over Green. Again, the miss by James.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Lakers are always thinking title. Coach J.J. Redick said, everything I've ever done in this sport has been crystallized into how can I win a championship? I got close as a college player and as an NBA player. My hope and goal is to bring the Lakers their 18th NBA championship as head coach. B.A., back to you.
Eyes on the prize. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Nails it from 3. 28 points for him.
Well, that's his first 3 of the half, and now he's got 4 made threes on the night.
To the paint. Here's Curry. It's deflected. And here's Ayton. 14 points for him. Smart outside. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Golden State.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
And here's Curry for 3. And it's LaRavia with a rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Up top, Ayton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Legs, when it comes to rim protection, other than Victor Wembanyama, who's at the top of your list?
Well, certainly his fellow countryman Rudy Gobert would be up there, but I also like guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley because I like guys who combine shot blocking with mobility on the perimeter.
Such an influx of great talent with size in the NBA right now.
Great list of young guys who can do both.
The first free throw is good.
And there was a lot of pressure and expectation put on DeAndre Ayton as a #1 pick in the draft. And he's basically been a double-double guy his entire career.
Ayton hits them both. Warriors trail by 7. Melton passes to Porzingis. Here's Santos. He's covered by LaRavia. Outside Curry from the arc. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 6 here in the quarter.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Smart outside. And Smart nails the triple.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
The 3 from Curry. Smart grabs a miss. Smart has got 4 rebounds now. James goes in and stolen by Melton. Here's Santos. He's covered by LaRavia. Pass to Curry. Over Kennard. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Curry's got 36 points.
Rising to the challenge. He's given them everything he's got.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Ayton.
You know, a trend like this isn't going to please the coach or the front office. He's been a little more focused on other parts of his game, and rebounding is something he needs to put more emphasis on. And I'm sure they've talked to him about it.
Kennard outside. LaRavia outside. The 3 ball. Kennard can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside, Green. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Curry. 4 on the clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
The Lakers lead by 5. James outside. Ayton, a screen on Green. Here's James. LeBron James with the flush.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
Ayton passes to LaRavia. From downtown, it's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, he's 0-for, but they're still winning, and that's really all that matters.
Curry finds Green. Jacks up a 3. Santos, good. Santos has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Here's Smart. 11 points in the game. Knocks it loose. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession. So it's Los Angeles now. Here's Ayton. Oh, he can't miss. 8 for 8 after that shot.
What a night for Ayton. He's played with confidence the entire night, and he has racked up the numbers to back it up.
Melton outside. Curry, a screen on Smart. Back to Curry. Melton outside. Beyond the arc. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. James left side. Fader on the way. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in. James has got 11 points here in the second half.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Curry passes to Porzingis. Pass to Green. Outside Curry. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Ayton, a screen on Green. Here's Laravia. No good on the three. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Warriors. 6-point game, nabbing another steal.
Yeah, this guy has been stealing the ball at an incredible rate, closing in on 5th place on the all-time list.
His defense has been elite for years now. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Hachimura's checked in for the Lakers. Pajemski's checked in for the Warriors. Firing up the 2K leaderboard. The NBA's leaders in shooting over the last month. The Lakers, #1.
And over the last month, they've been incredibly efficient from the field. That means they're getting guys shots in their sweet spots.
Pass to Melton. Porzingis with a screen on Smart. From deep, Melton. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Laravia outside. 3-pointer off the mark.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Pass to Melton. Back to Pajemski. Porzingis in the post. Laravia's there. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Shooting one.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Hayes is checked in, and Golden State also making a switch. Payton's checked in for Draymond Green. And Tim, 1 year you shot over 50% from the field and from 3-point range, not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the three could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
Outside Porzingis. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
And the Warriors pushing it up now. Here's Santos, and he dunks it down.
If they keep finding steals like that, they won't be in the hole much longer.
Pass to Hayes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, you want those shots anytime you can get them. High percentage at the rim.
And here's Porzingis. He's covered by Ayton. Porzingis punishing inside.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Hachimura outside. Smart outside. Out to Hachimura. Pass to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. They get the rebound.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Here's Payton. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ayton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Yeah, Ayton is that rare center who is a solid free throw shooter.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw no good. And some changes here for the Lakers. James comes in for Smart, and James is subbed in for Kennard. And the second free throw is good. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third quarter. Podziemski with it. 10 points for him. The three from Curry. Sends it home from three-point land. Curry's got 41.
Hey, he's doing everything he can to keep them afloat.
James finds Ayton. James inside. He's got 34. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And Los Angeles making a change here. Kleber's checked in. And that one misses.
Yeah, the experience and the knowledge is invaluable. LeBron gives all he has to these young guys deep in his career.
Hachimura against Curry. Hachimura with a rebound. Los Angeles leading by 5. Kleber left side. It's James on the wing. Connects from downtown. James has got 39.
And one way to stretch a career, taking more shots from outside. LeBron, the ageless one, knows it well.
Now here's Curry, and he's got 41 now. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to James. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three, James. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. And the Lakers lead by 11. Outside Curry to end the run. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 16th rebound on the night. Hachimura from long range. The shot no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. We'll be right back. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Regain control. Come on now. Every pass, every possession. Play with a purpose. We talked about this, all right? Solid plays every time. Right now. Come on.
Ooh, some fire in Coach Kerr's voice right there, demanding his team kick it up a notch.
Great intensity from Coach. Less than happy with his team's effort right now.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. Gary Payton II is out there with Quentin Post. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Stephen Curry.
One shot.
And Stephen Curry's been so good for so long. Tim, we tend to forget that early ankle injuries held him back.
Yeah, really, Brian, hard to imagine what he's overcome. Surgery in seasons 2 and 3 that strengthened his lower body.
Yes, sir! LeBron James!
The timing LeBron possesses is second to none. Fantastic at measuring when to go for alley-oops.
Outside Curry. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Kleba.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Out to Hachimura. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 7th assist here tonight. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. Over Hachimura. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Curry's got 46.
Wow, Curry putting on a clinic with his handle.
James passes to Kleba. Back to James. Oh, how about that?
Oh, out of my way.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
What an athletic slam by LeBron, showing these young guys how it's done.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Left side, Pajemski. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries. The Lakers lead by 11. James, outside. Pass to Bufkin. Back to James. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Forget his age. LeBron is still one of the strongest players in the league.
Now Pajemski. Now Payton. Back to Pajemski. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Lakers. Kleba's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Bufkin. Now here's Hayes. James inside. And slam dunk by James.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Outside Curry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 48.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Larabia's checked in for Bufkin. The Warriors also with a sub. Green is checked in. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. The Lakers lead by 13. Here's James. Oh, man!
Look out below.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Outside Curry, fires the three, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A., unbelievable.
Laravia outside. James double team, and finished off by Hayes.
Well, LeBron knows how to share the load. He's always getting other guys involved out there on the floor.
Warriors trail by 14. And here's Pajemski. Drives to the hoop. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Curry against James. Takes the 3, sinks the tray. And the Lakers lead by 15.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
Here's Curry. Pass to post. 5 to shoot. Green, a screen. Shoots over Kleba. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Showing you that great flexibility offensively. Draymond utilizing those openings that others might pass on.
Now Laravia, defended by Pajemski, and it's in there.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Warriors trail by 15. Curry with it. Outside Pajemski. Green for 3. Green able to hit from 3.
Yeah, he's a below-average shooter from distance, but when Green is connecting from out there, it really opens up the offense.
Hachimura, the pass to Laravia. James against Curry. Now, here is James. Takes a 13-footer. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Leaving some skin on the floor. Those are pure hustle points.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And the Lakers with some changes. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Hayes. Smart comes in for Kleba. And it's Kennard in for Hachimura. Warriors trail by 14. Outside Curry. Pass to Santos for 3. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got assist number 7 tonight. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the 4th. Ayton finds James. Kennard outside to the right side. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Another one falls. Amazing. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Now Curry. Pass to Santos. Green with a screen on Smart. Melton. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Ayton in the high post. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Takes a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Green against James. Pass to Smart. The 3 is up. Santos pulls it in. Santos has got rebound number 7 tonight. And here's Melton. Porzingis sets a screen. With some arc. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Kennard outside. Back to James. Ayton with a screen. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. That free throw good from James.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Warriors trail by 11. Melton outside. Outside Curry. Outside for Green. Launches a three. Smart grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Wow! LeBron making some noise.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Pass to Santos. Back to Curry. The three. Knocks down the triple. Curry's got 54 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Ayton inside. Defended by Porzingis. Here's the pass to Smart. He launches. Oh, Smart! The response.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Porzingis. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
Kennard outside. James! Ooh, missed on the tray. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Green. Outside Curry. Takes a 13-footer. It's good! What a J!
Yeah, Curry is deadly from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
Los Angeles has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. And he nails it!
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Now Porzingis. 20 feet away and no problem.
On the offensive end, Porzingis has been so dialed in, making the most of every scoring opportunity he gets.
Ayton outside. Here's James. Kennard outside. Now Ayton. Old Green rips down the board. Outside Porzingis. 56 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And that's in.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
Los Angeles has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Outside Smart. Kennard outside. James fires. Can't hit it. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here we go. Curry. Can't get it.
He's playing bigger than his listed height. He's doing work on that glass.
And here's James. So it's Los Angeles picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point. And I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.